Many people proudly say they are good with money simply because they know how to earn it, but earning alone does not guarantee financial stability. The real challenge comes in how money is managed after it reaches your hands. You might see individuals making impressive salaries yet constantly feeling broke, because they fail to recognize that cash flow, the movement of money in and out, is more important than just the amount earned. The myth of being good with money often hides behind the illusion of high income, but without discipline, that income slips away faster than it arrives. True financial control comes not from how much you make, but from how effectively you manage expenses, savings, and investments. Poor cash flow habits like overspending, ignoring budgets, or living paycheck to paycheck can quickly destroy financial security, proving that even wealth means little without proper management. Living paycheck to paycheck is a trap that silently captures millions of people, and surprisingly, it doesn't only affect low earners, it often consumes those with high incomes as well. The reason is simple: as income increases, so does spending. A raise or bonus that should have been a chance to save or invest quickly turns into an opportunity to buy a bigger car, move into a more expensive apartment, or indulge in luxury habits that weren't affordable before. This lifestyle inflation creates the illusion of success but leaves no room for actual financial security. Many justify their spending with the thought, "I'll earn more next month," but this mindset is dangerous. It pushes people into a cycle of constantly chasing their next paycheck to cover expenses rather than building a cushion of stability. Small leaks in cash flow, like in used subscriptions, frequent dining out, impulsive shopping, or over-reliance on credit cards, slowly drain financial strength without being noticed. Before long, even someone making six figures can feel as broke as someone earning far less. The silent trap of living paycheck to paycheck lies in the inability to control lifestyle upgrades and in ignoring the long-term consequences of today's spending. For many people, the very word budgeting feels restrictive, as if it is a punishment that limits their freedom to enjoy life. In reality, budgeting is not about cutting joy but about creating clarity and control over money. Without a budget, most people rely on mental math, convincing themselves that they know where their money is going. The truth is, mental math almost always fails, because expenses are often underestimated or forgotten altogether. It's the small daily leaks that silently sabotage cash flow: $5 for coffee, a few unused subscriptions auto-renewing every month, or impulse buys that seem insignificant in the moment. Over time, these small amounts accumulate into hundreds, even thousands of dollars lost without awareness. The beauty of budgeting lies in how simple it can be to fix this blind spot. Tools like expense tracking apps, digital spreadsheets, or even the classic envelope method give immediate visibility into where money flows. By categorizing spending, you begin to see patterns and identify waste that can be redirected towards savings, debt repayment, or investments. Rather than feeling restrictive, budgeting empowers you with the ability to make conscious choices, ensuring your hard-earned money actually supports your goals instead of slipping away unnoticed. Debt dependence is one of the most deceptive financial traps because it creates the illusion of having more money than you actually do. Credit cards and loans provide instant access to cash, which can feel like freedom, but in reality, it is borrowed freedom that must be repaid with a cost. That cost is interest, and over time, interest silently eats away at long-term wealth. What began as a small purchase on a credit card can balloon into a burden that takes years to pay off, especially when only minimum payments are made. Minimum payments are designed to keep you in debt longer, stretching what could be a short-term expense into a long-term financial chain. Many people fall deeper by refinancing or taking out new loans, thinking they are solving the problem, but in truth, they are just reshuffling the same debt. This dependence on borrowed money is often mistaken for cash flow flexibility. After all, it feels like extra funds are available in the moment. But true cash flow is about money you own and control, not money you owe. Relying on debt is essentially borrowing from your future self, sacrificing tomorrow's security for today's convenience. Life is unpredictable, and financial shocks, such as medical emergencies, car breakdowns, or sudden job loss, always seem to strike when least expected. Without an emergency fund, these situations hit the hardest because there is no reserve to fall back on. Instead of handling the crisis with savings, many people are forced to rely on credit cards or loans, pushing them deeper into debt at the very moment they are most vulnerable. This creates a vicious cycle where unexpected expenses turn into long-term financial burdens, draining future income before it even arrives. An emergency fund acts as a shield for your cash flow, giving you breathing room during tough times. Even a few months of expenses set aside can prevent panic, protect against debt dependence, and keep your financial plan on track. It transforms unpredictable moments from disasters into manageable setbacks, securing both peace of mind and long-term stability. One of the biggest mistakes in money management is failing to separate wants from needs, which often leads to emotional rather than logical spending. Needs are essentials such as housing, food, healthcare, and transportation, while wants are the extras, new gadgets, designer clothes, or luxury vacations, that may feel urgent in the moment but are not necessary for survival. When emotions drive decisions, people convince themselves that wants are actually needs, justifying purchases that drain cash flow. Lifestyle inflation makes this problem worse. As income rises, spending on wants increases automatically, leaving little to no improvement in financial security. Another dangerous influence is the constant comparison with peers, where keeping up appearances pushes people to buy what others have simply to feel equal or admired. This cycle sabotages cash flow, leaving even high earners living paycheck to paycheck. True financial control comes from recognizing the difference and prioritizing needs first. Many people believe that saving money alone is enough to secure their future, but this mindset confuses safety with growth. Saving is important, but it only protects money in the short term. It does not allow it to grow meaningfully over time. Investing, on the other hand, puts money to work, creating opportunities for it to multiply and support future goals. Without investing, cash simply sits idle, and this is where inflation becomes the silent thief. Over the years, inflation quietly erodes the purchasing power of money, meaning that the same amount saved today will buy far less in the future. The missed opportunity of compounding makes the loss even greater. Compounding allows investments to generate earnings that themselves produce more earnings, creating exponential growth over time. Avoiding investments due to fear of risk often seems like a safe choice, but in reality, it leads to poor long-term cash flow, as stagnant savings cannot keep up with rising expenses. True financial security requires a balance, saving for short-term safety and investing for long-term growth. Without both, money management remains incomplete, and the chance to build lasting wealth slips away quietly. Relying on a single paycheck may feel secure, but in reality, it is one of the riskiest financial positions to be in. A sudden job loss, pay cut, or company downturn can instantly throw your entire cash flow into crisis if there are no other sources of income. Building multiple income streams reduces this vulnerability and creates freedom. Side hustles, freelancing, or small businesses can supplement primary income, while investments in stocks, real estate, or digital assets can generate passive cash flow that continues even when you're not actively working. These additional streams don't need to be massive at first. Even modest efforts, like renting out a spare room, earning dividends from shares, or creating online content, can grow steadily over time. Small steps add up, and over the years, they create a financial cushion that transforms stability into independence. Multiple income streams are the backbone of resilient cash flow. At the heart of most cash flow problems lies a poor money mindset, built on limiting beliefs such as, money will always be tight, or, I'll never be rich. These thoughts create a self-fulfilling cycle, where people subconsciously make choices that keep them stuck in financial struggle. Scarcity thinking often fuels overspending, because when you believe money is fleeting, you're more likely to spend impulsively out of fear of missing out or a need for instant gratification. This leads to higher debt and weaker cash flow, reinforcing the same negative beliefs. Breaking this cycle requires shifting toward an abundance mindset, the belief that money can grow, opportunities exist, and financial stability is within reach. With this perspective, people begin to save, invest, and manage their resources with intention. An abundant mindset transforms cash flow from a constant source of stress into a tool for building long-term freedom and security. Many people believe that financial struggle comes from not earning enough, but the truth is that it often comes from mismanaging what they already have. Living paycheck to paycheck, ignoring budgets, relying on debt, skipping emergency funds, confusing wants with needs, avoiding investments, sticking to a single income stream, and maintaining a poor money mindset are the common mistakes that destroy cash flow. To truly become the cash flow king, the roadmap is clear. Create and follow a budget, protect yourself with savings and an emergency fund, invest for long-term growth, diversify income streams, and reframe your mindset to see money as a tool rather than a burden. Taking these steps turns financial chaos into control and builds stability that lasts. The choice is always in your hands. Either let money dictate your life, or take charge and direct your money with purpose. Real power lies in control.